Hi, I'm Marzi. Welcome to my Reading Rush vlog. It's a little random. I've never done a vlog before, so we'll see how it goes. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. So I'm just going to make a quick dinner. I've got a huge bag of spinach to eat before it goes off, and so I'm just adding some eggs. So I'm just going to do a really quick omelette in the oven. So like an egg casserole. That's what it looks like. It's supposed to have more egg on top, but I put too much spinach in, so it's gone to the bottom. Okay, that's fine. So with dinner, I'm going to have a mocktail. I'm just having some nice elderflower tonic water. Can you see that one there? I've just filled a glass of ice, slice up a lemon, a couple of slices of that, and then just a couple of kumquats there too from a neighbour. And then you can of course add gin to make a really cool G&T, vodka, whatever you want, but just if you're not interested in drinking, then have one of these. It's good just like that, but I like a fun garnish. It makes it taste a bit more fancy. So, lemon in there, and the cute little kumquats. Oh, citrus. There you have it. Look how pretty that is. I can't tip it, but yeah, so pretty. Ready for dinner. So just finished Queenie. Oh, absolutely loved it. 5 stars. Recommend. I want to be best friends with Queenie. She goes through some seriously tough times though. Really tough times. But she gets help and she works her way through it. I would highly recommend if you're looking for something funny or, well, maybe some darker themes, but dealt with comedy. It's really interesting, really well written. And something that I wanted to highlight that I really liked was how Queenie's friends and family played such a large role in her life, and those characters were developed, and Queenie's progression with their support. I really liked that. It was really important and just uplifting. Okay, so just got back from hanging out with my sister at her house. I ended up reading, for the prompt, reading outside of my house. I read The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. Super quick, short story. Big impact. It was pretty, quite good at creating the spooky atmosphere. I really liked it. Yeah, 5 stars. I mean, it's pretty short, but that's part of it why I liked it, I think. So fast paced. The main character is faking being a psychic, so she's like a kind of a con woman, and then this woman comes into her life to help her with a psychic issue, and definitely doesn't turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. There's a really good twist at the end, so highly recommend. And then last night I started and finished a book of poetry for a genre, the prompt for the genre that you don't normally read or want to read more of. So poetry book Forever Again by Peach. Really quite liked reading over a lot of his poems again. Really nice. And I marked a couple that were my favorites. And then for the next prompt, so that's Queenie, Forever Again, The Grown Ups. That's 3 down, 4 to go. And it's Thursday today, so I can do it. Fingers crossed, I can do it. And so I've started The Poison Garden by Alex Marwood, and I'm up to page 29. So just gonna chug along with that. Just started it, already really intrigued. It opens with a, spoiler alert, opens with a police officer and her partner arriving on a scene where you had been a cult and there was dead people everywhere, but that's basically all we know so far. So I'll get on with that and see how we go. Hi guys, I've just gotten to work a little bit early today, so I'm going to read a bit more of The Poison Garden. Currently up to page 109. I'm really liking it so far, so I'll keep you posted. Yeah, so it's Sunday, the last day of the reading rush, and I've read 3 of the 7 choices that I've decided to read. Going extremely well. Didn't read it all yesterday. Went out with my family, went for a nice drive to see my aunt. She lives slightly rurally, in a really nice area, really pretty. So I filmed a little bit of that. So hopefully I'll insert some footage here. Horsey! Hello! And then I went to my parents afterwards, hung out with them, and my mum made me this really nice bagel for lunch. It was delicious, turkey and tomato and onion and deliciousness and cheese. So I didn't do any reading. I think I read 3 pages, and now I have just over, I think I've got like 120 pages left of The Poison Garden, and then 2 books and a movie to read after that. Oh, easy, just by the end of today. Awesome. Okay, well, join me anyway. I've got tea, chai tea, I've got my book. I'm getting it done. All right. Cheers. So just finished, yes. Poison Garden by Alex Marwood. Loved it. It's to do with a cult, so you know they're usually pretty darn good for me. I really like them. I would say 4 stars, just because I only usually give 5 stars to books that are like mind blowing for me. This was pretty close, but solid 4 stars. The thing I liked about it is it goes between when a cult is discovered and and the members of it are discovered dead. That's right at the start, so it's not a spoiler, but it goes between before that occurring, that event taking place, and the years leading up to it, and then afterwards, when there are members that are found afterwards, and their introduction to regular society. The way things are alluded to without being explicitly said. So you kind of have an idea what they're talking about, and as the story goes on, like going between present and past times, it creates an entire picture of the events leading up to the cult being discovered. And then the ending was really great. It was a little bit ambiguous. I don't think you'd say ambiguous. It's more the ending wasn't tied up in a bow. There's still questions that are unanswered, and you're like, oh, what's going to happen? So I quite like endings like that. I really like this one. So then the next book that I'm going to read, I don't know. I have Wilder Girls by Rory Power and Maestro by Peter Goldsworthy. Ooh, I'll go with this one. This is like 150 pages. So hopefully I can get this done tonight. And then, so I probably won't meet all my goals, but that's okay. I've read more in the past week than I have in the past month and a half. Been in a pretty bad reading slump, but let's get into it. I got another cup of chai, delicious. Okay, so I just finished reading Maestro by Peter Goldsworthy. What an experience! It's an Australian classic, and I had not heard of it before. I'm glad that it's rectified, because easily a solid 5 stars. It was fantastic. It's 11 p.m. No, it's 11:15 now, so I'm a bit tired, but oh my gosh. Amazing novel. Essentially, it's about it starts with a 15-year-old boy called Paul, and it's set in Darwin in 1967. That's when it begins. And Paul is a piano player, and he furthers his studies with the maestro, or extremely accomplished piano player from a pianist from Vienna. He comes of age through the novel, and the maestro piano player teacher, he teaches him many things, not just with his music abilities, but also life lessons. And the maestro is from Vienna, of Austria, and he lived through both wars, but there's definitely an element of the Second World War and his experience through that in there, alluded to, and then near the end you start to have some answers to the questions throughout the novel. And it's a bit of an emotional ride, really. I started tearing up near the end. It was just really beautiful, superbly written. I adore the style, and I would highly recommend it. I am so glad my friend recommended it to me. So glad. I'm not going to give it back. You're not gonna get it back, man. Sorry, dude. I'm kidding. I'm kind of want to buy my own copy and have it on the shelf. I just loved it so much. It's amazing. This is 149 pages, and it just was so. It involved you so quickly, and has such an impact in such a short amount of time. Like, I think that's such an amazing talent. I mean, novels are long novels. Any kind of novel is an accomplishment, but sometimes to create such a nuanced story and characters in such a short medium, especially short stories as well, I think sometimes that's might be even harder, but I don't know. Just, yeah, really admirable. And so, well, I guess this is the end of my reading rush attempt, I guess. I've read four books and one book of poetry, and I gave two books were 5 stars and 2 books were 4 stars, so super successful. I'm really lucky about those choices. I was excited to read them, but sometimes, you think you're going to read something fabulous, and then you start and the hype is not good. The hype is not real. And the book of poetry was lovely as well. It was nice to support a local artist, and I enjoyed his poetry a lot, but I don't really like reading poetry because it just doesn't seem the right format to rate. But if I would, I'd give it probably. No, I'm not gonna read it. I just enjoyed it. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy a novel too. But no, just had a really enjoyable time. Still kind of processing this novel. Oh, it's you in the feels. Oh, this nostalgia is amazing. Oh, another part of the book that I loved was that it's Peter Goldsworthy is a local author. He's Australian, and he's from where I live, same state that I live in, and it features a lot of local locations and experiences. And that was fun. That was really fun because you don't always get to do that. But you're like, or you recognise something, you're like, oh, I've done that, or I've been there. That was fun. That was a really fun part. What a great reading rush. I didn't get 2 of the prompts done. Does it matter? Not really. It definitely made me read more than I had in the past month or so. So that's the fun part. Did everyone else have a really good time? I know I did. I hope you did as well. And I better go because it's pretty late. I'm going to go to sleep. But I hope you have a really nice day. I hope you had a really fun time. So I'll see you later. Bye.